Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. Almost 2 years since the death of 79-year-old Henry Gin of Herbert, the murder case against the accused 27-year-old Jerry Chu is now set for trial on May the 12th. 185 delegates from across the province gathered in Swift Current for the 65th Annual Saskatchewan Association of Fire Chiefs Conference. Over 400 students from across the Southwest participated in the 4th Annual Discover the Farm event at the Swift Current Stockade. Thanks for joining us here today. A Herbert murder case is finally going to trial after almost 2 years since the initial charges. We have more in today's top story. Almost 2 years since the death of 79-year-old Henry Gin of Herbert, the murder case against the accused 27-year-old Jerry Chu is now set for trial on May the 12th. The trial will proceed in Court of Queen's Bench in Swift Current by judge alone. Following witness testimony over the past several months and Gin family members attending the proceedings waiting for justice and closure of the whole ordeal, deliberation between the defense and the Crown has brought the case to the next step in the proceedings. The charges against the accused Jerry Chu now sit at 1 count of manslaughter, changed from the original charge of second-degree murder. 1 count of break-and-enter and robbery of the victim Henry Gin's home. 1 count of willfully attempting to obstruct justice, and 1 count of interfering with the human remains of the victim. The accused, Jerry Chu, has been in custody in the Regina Remand Center since his arrest back in September of 2013 and will remain in custody until further notice.
The future is here. Saskatchewan's fastest internet with unlimited usage and blazing speeds. Infinite. Watch for it in your neighborhood, only from SaskTel.
Fire chiefs from across the province were in Swift Current for their annual conference. We bring you some of the highlights in this report. 185 delegates from across the province gathered in Swift Current for the 65th Annual Saskatchewan Association of Fire Chiefs Conference. The 3-day event at the iPlex kicked off with fire personnel escorted in by the Green Beret pipes and drums. Following opening remarks from provincial and national dignitaries, those in attendance honored the memory of their fellow co-workers who lost their lives on the front lines, a tribute which spans many borders.
The fire service itself is a brotherhood, and we respect and honor the fallen from across not only Canada but the world. We all do the same job. We're one big happy family. When things are going right and when things go wrong, we're there to support each other.
A ceremonial event which Wood River MLA Yogi Hugabear was pleased to be a part of.
Very much a pleasure for me to be here because it's very important work that the fire chiefs and the firefighters do within the province to provide our safety. And for me, it's very important because I was associated with most of these people for 3 years during my time as Minister of Public Safety. And so it's nice to renew acquaintances, but it's also very nice to see the work that they're doing and how they're going forward and progressing in the fire suppression and firefighting business.
The remainder of the conference included a range of guest speakers and a trade show, showcasing the latest equipment and other materials for fire personnel.
It's a very dynamic industry. Like everything else, technology is moving very fast, and we're seeing a lot of things change. And the only way to keep up with that change is to be seeing what's coming up the line, the newest, the latest, greatest. So we have the opportunity to look at it and, in some cases, try it out.
The Saskatchewan Association of Fire Chiefs is comprised of approximately 200 members across the province, including career and volunteer fire personnel.
Hopefully that as we hear the stories and see the stories of how people are giving for good, how people are affecting positive change, we'll be able to then reflect on our own lives and see indeed what can we do to give for good And even more than that, what are we doing to give for good? What are we doing to affect change? And as we notice that in our lives, I think we will find that we are our own inspiration to even give more for good, to affect more change. And as we see what people are doing, I mean, many times it'll be, hey, that's something that, you know, I saw somebody doing just that. Or you know what? Something similar to that happened in my life. You know, what they did for that person, somebody did for me so long ago, and that's inspired me to do this, and the next thing. So I think the give for good thing, the inspiration behind it and the motivation for each of us to actually take a look at ourselves, see what we are doing for good, and to draw inspiration from that to give for good even further, I think that's a whole big part of it.
Hi, I'm Donna Gatsky. I am a wife, a mother of two, a marketing events coordinator, and an entrepreneur. I love my life. I have a wonderful family, and I work for a great company in the community. I am busy, like many are in today's world, and I find that I'm constantly zigging through life, and what that means is that I am busy just fulfilling the needs that need to be done through that day. I was looking for something that would bring me energy. I have brought different things into my life, so everything I do has to have a purpose. I was lacking some different vitamins from my last doctor's visit, and I was popping multivitamins, taking special supplements. So I was given a sample to try and found that I liked the results. It was giving me the energy, and it also gave me some added benefits that I wasn't truly expecting. So that is when I realized that I was going to take advantage of the opportunity. For me, I look at this as, if you want to try this product and you see that this is something that's fitting into your life, that it's bringing you health benefits, then if you want to look further, great. There is a business opportunity there that's waiting for you. If you don't, you have health.
Local youth had a chance to discover the farm during a special event at the Swift Current Stockade. Over 400 students from across the Southwest participated in the 4th annual Discover the Farm event at the Swift Current Stockade. The educational yet entertaining exhibits gave students a first-hand look at agriculture. From learning more about the honey industry, planting seeds, to getting a close look at a variety of livestock and poultry. A showcase event which the Swift Current Ag and X is pleased to host year after year.
I know we take the hatchery, our little incubator, out to the schools, and students don't always know where their food comes from. And so we just wanted to do the outreach so that there's a connection with agricultural and with ranching and what Swift Current and community is all about.
And the youth were also participating in the program as exhibitors. 10-year-old Hayden Harrison shared his knowledge with visitors to the poultry booth. An event which is becoming a family tradition.
Last year, I think I started, and my grandma asked me, well, they need somebody to do poultry. So I was like, I could do the job. So I did a lot of research on it, and grandma really helped me with it because she has a lot of chickens, and it really helped me. So then I just started to do it.
The Discover the Farm program is hosted each spring by the Swift Current Ag and X.
We know in the work we do with BirdLife that unless you consult local people, unless you work with them, you will fail.
The future is here. Saskatchewan's fastest internet with unlimited usage and blazing speeds. Infinite. Watch for it in your neighborhood, only from SaskTel.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.